Today we are going to explore a radical change in AI. We are moving away from a single genius AI to a whole team of them. We are talking about multi-agent systems, MAS, and this is changing everything. Let's dive in. We'll all be blown away by what one AI can do. Grok, Gemini, ChatGPT, we all use them. There's many of them, and they are amazing. They help us in lots of the tasks of our life every day. But what if a problem is too big and complex that one single genius mind can't sort it out, and you actually need more than them, a team of them? That is where the industry is taking us now. This quote from Google Cloud nails the concept in my opinion, because the goal here is not to create an AI that knows everything, but it is create an AI, and in this case a teams of AI that can accomplish anything. What is really this multi-agent system? Just think about your office where you work. There's several people, everyone has their own skills, their own job, their own objective. And similarly, a multi-agent system is made up by a number of AI agents that have different skills and different objective. And not only they tackle each issue from their angles, but they also talk to each other, and they are coordinated with a layer called the orchestration layer that made them get to an agreement. And when they don't get to an agreement, it clarifies where the agent disagrees. So altogether, they have much more power than one single AI. Just have a look to the difference between a single agent system and a multi-agent system here. A single agent system is great and very efficient in resolving well-defined problems within rules. But when the reality becomes messy and unpredictable, it doesn't really work very well and is not efficient. And that is where the multi-agent system comes in. This is the environment where a multi-agent system thrives. For instance, just think about the global supply chain. You need an agent for logistic, an agent for inventory, and an agent for forecasting. And also, the key here to understand and to make the work is the distributed control, which we're gonna look next. However, you cannot just throw there a number of agents and hope for the best. The agent had said they need to be well orchestrated. And right now in the industry, there are three major players that we're gonna see right now.
So, three major players have really stepped into the spotlight, and each one has a totally unique philosophy on how to build these AI teams. You've got Microsoft's AutoGen, the super fast Crew AI, and the powerhouse that is LangGraph. First up, let's talk about AutoGen. Its big idea is that AIs solve problems by, well, talking to each other. You set up a planner agent and an executor agent, and they literally chat back and forth, passing messages until the job gets done. This approach makes it incredibly flexible, which is perfect for research and just exploring new ideas. Crew AI takes a more human approach. You actually build a crew of agents, and you give each one a specific role, a goal, and even a backstory. You could literally have a senior researcher agent that reports to a marketing copywriter agent. This whole team metaphor makes it super easy for developers to get, and it's ridiculously fast to get up and running. And finally, there's LangGraph. Okay, so forget conversations or teams for a second. LangGraph thinks like an engineer. It thinks in flowcharts. You map out every single possible step and decision in the process as a graph. This gives you absolute predictable control, which makes it the go-to for really complex, high-stakes business systems where you have to be able to track every single action. So with three totally different playbooks, how in the world do you choose the right one for your project? Well, it all boils down to a few really important trade-offs. Let's talk about speed. For a lot of tasks, Crew AI's streamlined role-based design is an absolute beast. I mean, we're talking over 5 times faster in some of the benchmarks. When you need to get from an idea to a working solution like yesterday, that is a huge advantage. And as we all know, in the world of AI, speed literally translates to money. Crew AI's efficiency can slash your operational costs by around 20% compared to AutoGen. When you're making thousands of API calls every single day, those savings are massive. So here's the cheat sheet, right? There is no single best framework. It's all about picking the right tool for the job. You'll want to use AutoGen when you need flexibility for research. You pick Crew AI for speed and business automation. And you rely on LangGraph for those rock-solid mission-critical systems that demand absolute control.
So this takes us to probably the last building block to understand this new world, and is how do we know that our agents are telling us the truth and they're doing a good work instead of a pretended good work that looks good, they give an amazing answer, but actually it's all wrong. So this is a problem that is keeping the developers awake at night, and we need to switch from the traditional uptime and infrastructure health, because, for instance, with the current monitoring tool, we will not understand if the AI agent is telling us something completely wrong, because we are monitoring the CPU usage, if the tools server are up or down, and the error rates. So these kind of things are the traditional monitoring of IT infrastructure, but they are not very much useful anymore to understand if the agent is telling us the truth, and if not the truth, something that is very similar to it. So we are talking about agent observability here, and the focus is understanding and controlling the agent reasoning, controlling also the hallucination rate, and whether it's fluent but wrong. So it can give us an amazing answer for something that makes sense, but actually it's not true. So let's ask to my AI agent friend to take us through the new framework to understand these elements.
So, how do we peek inside that black box? It really comes down to 4 pillars. First is monitoring, just tracking performance and cost. Then you need tracing, so you can actually follow the AI's step-by-step thought process. Third is evaluation, which is about judging if the final output is actually correct and safe. And finally, you have governance, which gives you that crucial audit trail, something that's an absolute must for any serious business.
So now that we learn a bit more about a team of agentic AI, what is that we can do? Or at least, what is it I am doing? So I'm running a couple of projects. One is the Family AI agent, and the other one is a group of agents that help understanding, analyzing, and providing guidance and next steps for a complex document like investor document or other kind of request for proposal or other type of complex document that a company or a person can receive in their daily or working life. But in this episode, we will quickly look about the Family AI agent. And I can see that there is a little error because Family AI agents and not agent. But what is this? So essentially, this is an application that it can run through WhatsApp or from Telegram. So that is the user interface, and connect you with, in this case, with 5 experts. There is a doctor, there is a psychologist, there is a scientist, there is a technologist, and there is an expert on news and global politics. As you can see from the slide, the AI assistant paradox is that when we work with the like of Grok, Gemini, ChatGPT, we have a generic AI assistant that lack your context, your family context in this case. Also, there are no medical safety guardrails built in. There could be obviously privacy concern. Certainly you don't want to upload your blood analysis or X-ray into Grok or Gemini. And it can be expensive for a family. If we look at the initial tier for instance, for ChatGPT, we're talking about $20 per user per month. So for a family of 3, we're talking about $60, unless they exchange a username and password. This application that I am building is your private expert panel. So it's context aware. so knows your medical history and language. Obviously, you need to upload files. They have specialist agent, as I said, a doctor, a psychologist, a scientist, a technician, a technologist more than a technician, and a news expert. And with less than 10 calls per day, so 10 requests through Telegram or WhatsApp per day per person, we will spend around $10 per month as a family versus the $60 per month. There are built-in safety guardrails for medical advice, and is private and secure, so the data are not transmitted. So let's go and see practically this bot that now is on Telegram only because the API on Telegram are free. So to start with, my bot speaks Italian, speaks Spanish, speaks Catalan, and speaks English. We can talk to it, or we can also write a message, and then you will reply both with the text and with voice. So let's use the voice and see what we can do. So I'm gonna ask what I can do for headache. Hello there, I have a headache. What I can do?
Hey, I'm sorry you're dealing with a headache. Let me help you figure out what to do. First, check if it's urgent. Call 112 immediately if you have the worst headache of your life that came on suddenly, reaching maximum intensity in seconds.
Perfect. So we've seen that it works. In conclusion, multi-agent are better than a single agent for a number of reasons, particularly the ability of limit their domain and so give them more resources to think and to provide a good answer. Also, the orchestration layer is fundamental for the agent to talk among each other and to come up with a consensus. The third building block is the control of what they say. And for us, exactly what we can build them. And nowadays, with even a free account, but definitely with $20 account per month on one of the platform, I would recommend for the time being Claude, maybe towards the end of the year when Colossus 2, the data center that Elon Musk is building, will be ready. Perhaps Grok will get to that level, but you can build and use for your family, but also sell these kind of applications. If you thought that this video was helpful and fun, please click like and subscribe. That will help a lot my channel to grow. Thank you very much.